Hey, here's Andy. Hello there, folks, and welcome back to Always Sometimes Monsters. So last thing I did was I set up the thingamajiggery diddly spilly, what's this called, Kujima Philippi diddly spilly thulu thingy? Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying either. I set up the equipment on the stage, and yeah, I got a little bit of cash. I did pick up a crowbar. Viper came in, and I told her where to go. So I've still got more money to earn. Let's see. Have fun working while I sit here and flex my big 22-inch pythons. He's got really short arms, hasn't he? What a strange night. I still can't believe Viper showed up like that. I'm not American. Maybe I should stick around for the concert and help with the coat check. Then again, Mrs. Tawalega, if that's how you pronounce it, did ask for my help. I suppose seeing what she needed would be worthwhile, even if I am more than a little late. I'm not sure. Let's go and see what Mrs. Tawalega has to say, and what she wants doing. Never mind me, just walking on by. Well, that kind of thing, yeah. God, that's jamming music, guys. Hey landlord, I got past. Oh my, it's an elevator. Oh, it's that room, isn't it? I wonder if Mrs. Tawalega still needs my help cleaning their apartment. I hope I'm not too late to lend a hand. Then again, Dark F did mention I could work coat check tonight and I could use the money. I think there'd be something in this for me. Who could that be? Hello, who's there? It's me, Andy. Oh, come right in. Oh, this is a nice little place she's got. Hey, Mrs. Tawalega, I'm here to help clean up. Oh, you're a little late for that, Andy. It's alright, though. I managed to get it all done myself. I just realised I'm talking like an old lady. I'm supposed to be doing her voice. Still, I'm very glad you came. You're such a good kid. Well then, I guess you don't need me then. I was just about to sit down to dinner. Would you care to join me? I was thinking of going to work coat check down at the club. I am pretty hungry though. So, what's for dinner? It's a fresh lamb stew. You're going to love it. Come and have a seat. We wouldn't want to get it cold, the hair. Sounds great. You won't believe how hungry I am. Well, there's plenty to eat, so don't you worry about it if you want seconds. Ah. Where's your stereo? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say you're expecting guests earlier? Don't tell me I'm the only one who came. Oh, I never explained, did I? Tonight's my beloved Thomas's birthday. Every year we have a special little dinner together. I tidy up the house like he prefers and make his favourite meal, an old-fashioned stew. Oh, that sounds really nice. When's he coming? Oh well, he's not exactly. Thomas was my husband, but he's not with us anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about, Andy. He had a wonderful life together, and he's still with me every day, in my heart. Sorry, this music is just what it does to it. I'm glad you're here, though. Sometimes today can make me a little emotional. She turned into a sheep. It'll be nice having someone else to talk to for a change. Ooh, flowers. Salad? Oh, it's not. Hush, it's good for your digestion. You'll get your stew afterwards. God, I went high then. The appetizer. I'm so glad you decided to join me. It's nice to have young company for a change. Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'm going to be polite and say it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, really. I appreciate the kindness, Andy. It can be kind of lonely living alone these days. Well, considering I'm eating out of a microwave most nights, this is a real treat. Did that girlfriend of yours cook very often? What was her name? Kate, wasn't it? Why do I sound more like Bane? Oh, we'd eat out more often than not. We were both pretty busy, you know. Ah, I understand. Life can get pretty hectic nowadays. Life sure does move a lot faster than when I was your age. How long has it been since you last saw each other? I always remember she was so polite. I'm enjoying this too much. We'd bump into each other nearly every morning as she was heading out the door for her morning jog. It's funny the things you miss about a person can often be what you take for granted. Sorry, this music is just so... The cruel part's that you never know you're doing it at the time. But such is life, I suppose. Yeah, I guess. I miss her a lot. I really do miss her quite a lot. It's been about a year since we last saw each other. I still don't feel the same. God, I'm acting this out. Believe me, I understand how you feel. When you're so close with someone, their absence can be hard to deal with. I won't lie to you, that sadness you feel now may never go away. You're luckier than I was, though. You still have an opportunity to mend the rift. Oh, I don't know about that. Life's changed a great deal for both of us since we parted ways. Kate's not even in the city anymore. I don't think. Seems she wanted to get as far away from me as possible. A decision like that can be made in an instant, though. Who's to say what it really means? For all you know, Kate could be regretting leaving just as much as you do. I'm not so sure that's true. Yeah, let's carry on. It ended rather rough. Things between us ended rather roughly. There's a reason we don't talk. A lot of things were hurt, probably past repair. A lot of feelings were... Oh, sorry. Be that as it may, you're not a mind reader, Andy. A good relationship like the one you had doesn't die so easily. Actions can be amended and feelings can be healed. The only thing that truly divides people is time apart. God, what is happening with my impression? You can't be so sure you know what's going on in someone else's heart unless you ask them yourself. I suppose you're right about the time apart dividing us. I'm not even sure if she's the same person anymore, to be honest. Her name is Bridget. Well, sorry. When I look at how much I've changed in the last year, I can't imagine Kate stayed the same. Oh, you've changed less than you think, Andy, because I've been spying on you. Call me a nosy neighbour, but I've watched you come and go in this building for a long while now. See, she has been watching. Tell me what you think is so different about you today versus a year ago. You want to know how I've changed since Kate left? I guess the thing that's changed the most is my lifestyle. I've really turned myself around over this last year. Started taking better care of myself. Oh, so you've started getting to bed at a decent hour then? Is ordering delivery 3 times a week a new diet regimen? Well, not exactly on either account. Wow, she's been keeping notes. I mean, I'm trying, which is what counts, right? Ah, so no real changes yet. Not so different after all, then? No, I guess not. Being the same person you were a year ago doesn't have to be a bad thing, unless you think it is. Don't forget, that's who Kate fell in love with in the first place. She's quite the sage. Yeah, but it's also who she left. Pessimistic. Main course. So, how are you enjoying the stew? It's really quite good. What's the meat in this? That's fresh lamb. I got it from the butcher this morning. I swear to God, she said earlier that it was lamb. Feel free to have as much as you want. I got used to making rather large pots of it. Every time I'd make it, my Thomas would eat at least 4 bowls just by himself. Wow, what about the food that was inside it? There were never any leftovers back in those days, I'm afraid. He sounds like quite the character. How'd you meet? Yeah. Do you mind me asking how you and Thomas met? It's a funny story, actually. It happened the summer after I finished high school. He was working at a garage near my house, and my father hired him to fix our old... jalopy? Oh, it's a car. Nice artwork. I wasn't working at the time, so when my father asked me to pick up the car for him, I had no choice. I didn't even have a license at the time, so I was terrified the whole day, imagining myself getting it home. Well, that certainly sounds safe. How'd you get away with driving illegally like that? It was a different time back then. We didn't worry about little things like that. I was scared, but that wasn't going to stop me. I hated disappointing my father. So I showed up to the shop, scared out of my wits, and there he was. Covered in grease and sweat, a real man's man, if you know what I mean. Thomas could tell immediately I was clueless, and must have asked me if I needed help a dozen times. I was stumbling over myself with how cute he was. Ew. So I just kept telling him I'd be fine. I wanted to get home as quickly as possible before I said or did anything embarrassing. Something embarrassing. I was so distracted thinking about him that I crashed straight into a stop sign barely 20 feet away. Wow, she's just slowly getting higher and higher pitched. Thomas the sweetheart charged right over to see if I was okay. There wasn't a scratch on me, but the car was in pretty rough shape. I was terrified I'd get in trouble with my father. He'd have been so mad to find out what happened. Thomas, sensing my dismay, offered to fix it for free and tell my father he needed more time with it to keep me from trouble. His only condition was that I'd agree to go have dinner with him that weekend. Oh, that's bribery. Of course you're gonna go. Of course you're gonna. Of course I did say yes, and the rest is history. One sec, doodle. Sorry, something weird happened there. That was funny like that, isn't it? Was it the accident that drew us together? Or was it our attraction that caused the accident? Sometimes I think these things are just meant to happen, you know. Sounds like you two were made for each other. I'm not sure whether or not continue asking what her life was like, what to continue eating. I think I'll ask what her life was like, but since this has gone on for 15 minutes so far, I think I'm going to end this episode here, folks. If you've enjoyed this so far, then by all means give this video a like, a thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. And if you want to see more of my kind of content, then by all means hit that subscribe button below. See you, folks.